Yeah, just someone confirm from the chat if you can see me on Surinder, if you can just confirm if you can see me on LinkedIn, and Sudha can check in YouTube and then confirm. So we have people from Dubai, Muhammad, India, Bangalore. Surinder, I know, is from India, so that is great. So yeah, as I was mentioning, everyone, just if you I get the confirmation if you are live, we will officially start the session. Yeah, I think you can see me on LinkedIn. So let me share my screen. My camera is not that great today because I am traveling. But anyways, yeah. You guys, yeah, I think I LinkedIn, I can see myself. Can anyone confirm YouTube? You, if just you can see me or else, because I don't want to. Now it is showing. Thank you for confirming. So, okay, welcome everyone for this event. This is our career talk. This is our 85th career talk. I was just telling the community before we got live. And this has been a tradition for the last 85 weeks, wherein I try to come on a Sunday, take a topic and answer some Q&As. So we have a community, we have Discord, we have WhatsApp. A lot of people keep asking me questions on TopMate. I cannot individually reach out to every one of you, each one of you individually. That is the reason why I do this type of events. So I'm my team is not there today, but I will be looking on LinkedIn chat and as well as Restream chat as well, as well as on the YouTube for this particular topic. So a lot of people here, everyone is talking about AI, artificial intelligence, for the last 2 years, but a lot of them are not interested. They think that AI is all about coding, hardcore coding, developing models, developing large language models, fine tuning. And today I just wanted to talk about this topic in a very simple manner, that other than coding, there are a lot of other things that has to be done in a company. I am not talking about POCs that all of us are building. Right. And people who are there on LinkedIn and YouTube, thank you for also joining in. Please put in your questions on the chat. I will be taking questions later on after 20 minutes of talk. So I will answer every one of your questions. Please keep it broad. Don't ask very specific question about yourself. Keep it broad so that it may help others as well. So most of us here in the career talk are doing jobs that are looking for enterprise level jobs which uses AI and data. And as you all know that when in a company, if you know, if in any company like Accenture or the company I was there for 8 years, and any other company that we are working for, lot of jobs are not coding. There are something that is supporting functions of the core jobs. It can be in management, it can be in documentation, support, governance, making sure that responsible AI is something that is coming up, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that as well. And so today I just wanted to make sure that uh, don't get scared because for AI careers that you need to be a very good coder and a very good developer. It is a bonus for you to have that. It is a bonus if you are knowing coding, but other than coding, there are a lot of other things that you need to do. So I will just show you this slide. I will not bore you guys with slides, but I will just show you one slide. Let me just confirm me if you can see this, right? Especially in this year of 2025, there is a lot of buzz around uh, AI generate, and especially generative AI. So thanks a lot, Sudha, for confirming about YouTube. So I just wanted to talk about today something about enterprise AI. How many of you know the meaning of enterprise AI? If you can put it on the chat, I will let you know. I will not bore you with lot of things. I just want to show you this slide. This is from various reports like McKinsey, Gartner, and all these reports that I have gathered. And I'm going to talk more about it as well. And this is something maybe controversial to a lot of people who are thinking that AI is going to replace a lot of jobs and everything. It is not the scenario, because enterprise AI is for companies who have POCs. Like if you want to develop any generative AI solution or any AI solution, you need to have lot of data, and you need to make sure that AI is incorporated in your data. So anyone in the chat wants to tell what is the meaning of enterprise AI, so I can take it. Yes, so mainly to address business challenges. Thank you, Sudha. So just think about any company, like it can be Unilever or any other company. What will they do with Chat GPT and the generative AI, image generation, and all these buzzwords that you are seeing in the social media? It is not going to help Unilever or these big companies. What is going to help these big companies is how you can bring enterprise AI, how you can bring AI and data towards their companies, towards and in every company there are two major things that are there. For everyone in the call who are listening on LinkedIn, on Zoom, on YouTube, there are mainly two things. One is increasing revenue and reducing cost. Most of the activities of a company fall under this. Most of the activities. Someone will say, what about intangible benefits like employees and everything? They are also working for one thing. Why is a company paying you salary? Because they want to do these two things for a business. I'm talking about business, not charity, not NGO, not government, and all those things. I'm talking about enterprise. So please don't quote me wrong in the comment, like Sakura and all this. I am just telling that more in every company there are two things: top line, increase the top line, reduce the bottom line. So I want to keep everything very simple. These are the two things that are there. So AI, how can data and AI help you in doing that? And there are a lot of use cases that I have discussed for every industry, for every domain. There are a lot of use cases how you can do that. Mostly for top line, what it is, you can use AI and generative AI technologies to do more lead search. When I say lead search, uh, getting potential clients. For big companies, it is mostly B2B. For small companies, even it is B2C. How you are optimizing your, how you're increasing your marketing reach, how you're creating viral content, and all those things that it comes under some of these brackets. I don't want to go into details about that. So this is about enterprise AI. Any questions anyone has about the definition of enterprise AI, please let me know. And every company, I was just doing a research before this call, the Fortune 500 companies, every company, they have generative AI and AI mentioned in their quarterly and annual reports. What it means that and it's the average spending of the Fortune 500 companies in enterprise AI is 52% year on year. It means that they are not only going to invest in AI tools and technologies, but also resources, and not only coders and developers, but also the support functions. People who understand AI, who understand the difference between open source, closed source, they understand large language models. You don't need to get into developing large language models. Meta, Google, these big companies are doing that. Yesterday in our AI residency, some of you who were part of the AI residency, we were discussing about fine tuning. And I talked a lot about fine tuning. I even told you the different use cases when it is required to do that. And I also showed you how to run the fine tuning. And I stopped it in 5 minutes, because as I was told you, to just run a simple fine tuning model with a simple Llama 3, a small 3.17b model, and a instruction data set of 52,000 rows, which is very, very small. Just don't get technical. I'm not getting technical, but it means it is just the most smallest fine tuning example I could show the community. And supposed to take 3 hours on a GPU cloud, which will cost around $70 to $80. So I had tried that for my earlier cohorts to show the billing and everything, that how much it is going to how much is going to cost to run a simple fine tuning, the smallest fine tuning on this one of the smallest large language model, not quantized. I'm talking about LoRa, a low rank adapter. I don't want to do quantized, because quantized, it reduces the efficiency. I'm going too technical for you, but the thing is, everyone in the call, if you want to get into AI, you should understand the way I am talking. When I'm talking quantization, when I'm talking large language model, when I'm talking instruction data set, if you don't understand these terminologies, uh, you will not go anywhere. That is the reason why I'm doing this session. Even if you want to get into AI, if you don't want to do coding, you need to understand what I'm talking. Today's career talk, all of you who are listening, just put a thumbs up. If you are not understanding what I am talking, then right now you need to take a step back, learn these things, then you are ready for AI careers. Because in interviews nowadays, most of my interviews that I am taking and my partners are taking, they have this conversation. What is your thought about this generative AI? What is your thought about this enterprise AI? And if they tell you half-baked knowledge, that is more dangerous than telling that I don't know about it. And this is the truth that I am telling all of you, that the problem is people think. Today I wrote a post, if you have seen, on LinkedIn, and I will just show you later on, where everyone is uh, positioning themselves as AI experts. But is that the real case? We will discuss later. So if the enterprise AI spending is more, what is the, so I'm in the first point right now. There is an increase in demand of profession to manage these AI budgets, implementation strategies. So just for everyone of you, how many of you know in the chat or in the Zoom that we are running a program called as AI for executives? How many of you know about this? That it will be, if you, so AI for executives is something like that, where we discussed in very short, because the leaders are very busy, the executives are busy. In 8 master classes, we discuss everything that I'm talking about. And this is because, in an the challenge is, POCs are very easy to build. Everyone is building a POC, but taking a POC and putting into your enterprise is the biggest challenge. And this is what I'm telling all the people who are learning. Understand about these implementation strategies, how you can manage the AI budget. Suppose you do a POC. A POC is going to be free because you're using open source, you're using API. Maybe the cost will be $2 API call, but you cannot uh, take that cost and convert it from a POC to an actual project that is implemented inside the Unilever database, which is very secured, because a lot of things have to be done. A whole process template has to be done. Sudha is mentioning about operation excellence. So people who are experienced, they are working in a company. Every project has an operational manual. Whatever it is, there is a person who is responsible. There is a RACI framework. There are a lot of frameworks that go into a project. And most of us think that coding is the only one part of the work. No, coding is a small part of the project that the developers, and mostly junior developers, they do it. And but leaders like you, people who are in this call, seniors, leaders like you, should understand the whole ecosystem, right? What is the budget? What is the difference between open source, closed source? Where is the data going to be there? ROI analysis. Every project that you put, they ask the same question. What is going to be the ROI analysis? What is going to be the profit, the revenue with $1 spent? I suppose I'm spending $1. What is going to be the return of investment for that $1? Is it going to be there? How much time is it going to take? And these things are very, very, very important in any conversation. There is a meme, and there is not a, it's an actual fact that 80% of the AI and data projects are fail because they don't have any proper planning. Most of these, they follow FOMO, fear of missing out. They do something which is they not properly aligned, and the project fails. They hire resources for that. The project does not kick over. Then they fire resources. And I have seen this in the UAE so many times. Everyone is repeating the same mistake again and again. Please plan, and this is what I tell the leaders also. Please plan your projects. And that is the reason why AI for executives is something very, very essential, and companies should uh, train their employees, not with me, if not with me, but any of the mentors and professionals who have actually gone through this. And for the people who are listening on LinkedIn and who are listening on YouTube, this is coming from 20 years working in as in a data science role. every different roles that I have worked, from being a hardcore data scientist to actually being a data science leader, where I implemented end-to-end projects, led teams to do $100 million transitions and project execution. So I'm coming from that background and I'm sharing my knowledge. It is not from just from reading, it is from actual work that I'm sharing my knowledge to all of you. Working in companies like Accenture Consulting, Hewlett Packard, Dell, these companies actually are front runners in digitalization, in consulting, and my experience is coming from that. And the problem is, right now there is a lot of misinformation about AI data, and everyone is just running behind these large language models, and it has become crazy. This is the reason why again I'm going back, and today I'm talking to every one of you and trying to give my uh, hand. So thanks a lot, Khalid, for joining in. If Khalid, if you have any comment, please put on the chat. I will read it out. And Khalid here, he's a one of our old community members, and we had done a podcast recently, and it was very interesting. I will put the link on the chat of this LinkedIn and YouTube. Have a look at it. This is the state of AI in 2025. What are the things that are happening? And today I'm focusing a little bit about what are the impacts that I'm seeing from various reports. 73% of the companies are accelerating AI hiring, but AI hiring is very broken right now. If you go to LinkedIn, if you search for AI, just search for the keyword AI engineering UAE, you will see 500 plus open jobs that are there. And the job descriptions are very different. They expect you to do everything, and it is broke right now. This is what I am saying. Most of the hiring there as happens is through referrals, through people who know each other, people who have worked on small projects, or they hire directly from the consultant that is there. And this is what is there. So I will tell you in brief the hiring things that are happening. But if you see in the Fortune 500 companies, and if I'm talking about this region, 73% of the companies have accelerated AI hiring, especially the new data roles. Even they expect, if you have to do anything in AI, the first thing that everyone gets stuck, even for hiring, is data engineering, because they are the people who make sure that there are lot of proprietary data around you to make value out of it, and who understands these open source large language models and everything, and who can combine both of them. But what I have also seen in these type of roles, not for startups and small companies, for bigger companies, because today I'm talking about careers, a lot of opportunities are coming for non-technical roles in AI strategy, ethics, communication, and training. So training is one example for us as a community, as an academy. What we have been doing since the last 2 years, we have shifted our focus from consulting to workshops and trainings, because a lot of demand is happening in trainings, because people feel that AI is just like a chat GPT. But in this particular scenario, we get a lot of potential to do trainings, to do workshops, to give them the real idea about this. So this hiring is happening. So for all the people, 10 people listening on LinkedIn and other platforms that are there, if you think about a career, and if you want to start, training is also a very good option. And today's topic is also that I'm talking you about new trends that are happening. A few of the people who know about AI, who know about these technologies from end to end, you can start training. If it is not a full-time job, you can start doing as a side hustle. And this is very important, because a lot of people are wanting to learn this. Even for our programs that we are running in our community, in decoding data science, a lot of different kind of people are setting up these discovery calls with me. Medical doctors, people who never coded in their life, who never saw Python, who never saw any programming language, who hated mathematics and coding. Like they were like, no, I don't want to do coding. They are booking calls with me and they want to get into AI. And my only recommendation to them is first to learn about the whole ecosystem, Even the non-technical roles that are there, what I'm telling you, you should have an awareness about these things. You should work very closely with the developers and understand how these projects work. And if you have the opportunity to do something on your own, and see how it works in a very controlled environment with helping hands, that is also very, very powerful. That is there. So a lot of companies are accelerating hiring. You will see this on LinkedIn, on Indeed, on all the job postings and even company postings. Uh, and you need to make your profile good enough with relevant experience, if not in your job, as a side hustle, to show your uh, skill sets and passion to learn. Now there is a lot of focus, and this is I'm talking everything about enterprise AI for big SMEs and big companies. A lot of companies are having a new focus on responsible AI. Why? What is responsible AI? Suppose you have a POC, a project that is there. So thank you, Frederick and Khalid. Khalid is mentioning there is a huge difference between hype and reality. Yes, and hype is 98% and real life working AI models and solution are only 2%. That is also a correct statistics. As I was telling you, most of the projects right now are POCs. They are, but it is one thing that I feel maybe every one of you here is it is good for us. It is good for us as a data scientist. It is because people are listening to us. Our community in the last today's our 85th AI career talk. People are coming on the talk, and I am able to hear from talk to a lot of people, hear from a lot of different kind of people from different backgrounds of life, from a doctor, medical doctor, to a you can say a biologist, to a teacher, to a so it's a very interesting field for us especially. But yeah, my only thing is uh, this hype is good because it is creating the awareness. And if people get their hands dirty, once they start learning a little bit about these technologies, they get their hand dirty, then they understand the real picture. But one thing that I was telling even Frederick, even before as well, you need to have the whole 360-degree view. This is something that is very, very important. If you don't have the 360-degree view, uh, so one question is coming. Let me ask Mohammed. I will come to the question. Mohammed is asking a question. I will come to that. And this is something very, very interesting. So uh, again, there is one question came up to my head, and I just want to take a pause because AI agents. So Mahmood is asking a very interesting question. Is it possible to build an AI agent with no code? So this is a very, very interesting question. We will talk about it. First of all, you need to understand, uh, I am talking about enterprise today. I am not talking about startups. So I just put on the chat, what is the context of this? Is this for enterprise? You're building an AI agent for enterprise, or you're building it just to learn and just to for your own startup or for your own small company? Because do you really need an AI agent right now? This is the question that I ask. Before anyone asks me, can we do this? Can we build this? A lot of people ask me, can we build our own large language model in my AI residency? I tell yes, you can do it. I have all the code, I have all the raw data available with me. I can show you how to do it, and you can start doing it. The only thing is that you need processors. I will give you the exact code, I will give you the exact data set that you need to use. You can take it, put it on the cloud, and run it. But do you really need to do it? This is my question to Mahmood, to everyone listening in the call. Yes, you can do it. You can use lot of no code, low code tools to do it, but you need to understand the data set. So Khalid is answering your question as well. No code does not mean no basic knowledge of AI, how AI works. So this is what one message that I will tell Mahmood. You can do it. You can start with no code, low code tools. And I personally, when I tell people who are learning, no code, low code tools are not bad for you to start learning, start understanding the concepts. it is not at all bad. But I will tell you one reality. If anyone in the call will agree to me or not, enterprises, they don't use no code, low code tools. This is the hard reality that I am telling you. If you go to Unilever, or if you go to Omantel or any big company and say that I want to deploy your technology using a no code, low code tool that China has built, they will not listen to you, and you will not be able. This is the reality. And this is what I want just to give a message. Low code, no code tool is very good for you to learn, get an exposure of how chunking works, how the agent is interacting with each other, and how these things work. But if you go and tell a big company like DU or this thing that I am using this no code, low code tool built from China, where I don't know where my code is getting saved, where my everything is happening, where my data is getting, uh, they will not even listen to you. So good to learn, but after that you have to know the steps as well, how to do it, where to do it. You can use frameworks, but you need, if even if you're using frameworks like Crew AI and LangChain, you need to do, it is not exactly no code, it is low code. You have to at least do little bit of coding. But I will not recommend people for uh, 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 using a no code tool to build AI agents is not a skill. It will give you the idea of how things work, but I will request you to take that learning and use frameworks like LangChain and Crew AI. Crew AI is a very well adopted framework even in big companies, because they are using, but it is not no code. There is a little bit of coding where you need to define your task, your agent, and your backstory. And I will talk a little bit. We have done a lot of sessions, Mohammed. If you are part of our community in our AI guild, we have a whole module on AI agents where we have discussed all this. So I keep shouting everyone to please go and look at that and learn about AI agents properly, at least how it works, and then take it further. So I will recommend you to get access to that AI guild and have a look at this AI agents and the way it is working. Now, coming back to enterprise AI, and please keep your comments going on the chat. I will read it out as well. And uh, responsible AI is very important. A lot of my friends veterans in this industry are shifting towards this. What is responsible AI? Every company, they have proprietary data, PII data. They don't want anything wrong to happen, because for a company, credibility is very important. So, a lot of work on responsible AI, not making sure that the large language models that they are using do not hallucinate or give some wrong information. You all have seen the case of Air Canada and all the other platforms that are there. So it's a big buzz. I know people even from Majid Al Futtaim, my company, they have moved to positions in big companies where they are heading the responsible AI. Before this, I think before 2 years, 3 years back, there was nothing, not a division called responsible AI. I used to call it as ethics and compliance, but now there is a department that is called responsible AI that not only takes care of the ethics part, but the data quality, the data privacy, where the data is stored, is it on cloud, on premise, what is the security and everything. Cyber security products also get little bit overlap with this understanding, and this is what I tell the new generation who are listening the call. Overlap of technologies are very important. Cyber security and AI together, that comes under responsible AI framework, is very, very important, because for every company, these large language models, these data that you are using is very important. Their systems, how they can use it to protect their systems, because if there is the generative AI is also increasing a lot of attacks, hacking, social phishing on your network. So to make it more robust, these technologies are being used, and responsible AI is really picking up, which handles these departments as well. Prompt engineering is one of the most abused words right now. I will just take 2 minutes to tell everyone about what is prompt engineering. Asking ChatGPT to write a poem is not prompt engineering. There is a science behind prompt engineering. There are a lot of techniques of prompt engineering, starting from a few shot, zero shot, single shot, and there is something called as a COT, chain of thought. Then there is react, reason and acting, which is the most important thing that is being used. If you might seen DeepSeek, the new model that is overtaking OpenAI O1 model that is there, it is using the same React prompting with this capability of reasoning and thinking. And this is a part of prompt engineering. This is how prompt engineering is being designed to do. And not only this, how you are using basic logics and functions and Python coding to automate some of these prompt engineering tasks. Like if you have, suppose, a list of restaurants in your, suppose you have a list of 200 restaurants in Dubai, and you want to write a program wherein you want to get the description from using large language model. So you can write a very simple Python script which can automate this task of going, taking one restaurant, taking the description, making a prompt template, and then getting the information and saving it in a table. And you can keep doing this whole task in one code. You will get all the description of these 200 restaurants that you can use for your whatever work that you are doing. I'm just giving a very simple example of these small automations, to-do lists that are there. If you have a to-do list, you can automate the LLMs to do all the to-do list according to the priorities. These are very simple ways. Prompt engineering, people think is just writing chat GPT what is a joke. It's not the case. How you are using it to build, to do these simple automations, to do these simple tasks, understanding how you can do more of reasoning, action, all those things come under prompt engineering. So that is very important. uh, what it means to you, that uh, professional who knows about ethical AI and effective prompt use, the ones that I'm telling you, uh, will be very valuable. You don't need to know a lot of coding. Coding is, if you see hardcore coding, that is very few people are going to do that. Uh, Jensen Hogg had mentioned that coding is not going to be required. I disagree. The hardcore coders who build compilers and everything, that will reduce, but the people who are doing business level coding, surface level coding like automation and all those things, that is going to increase. But still, you need to know the coding skills. What is coding skills? It is more about understanding logic and putting that logic on a simple script which understands that are there. And this is something that is there. Coding is not so complicated that people think. Even if you don't have, you don't need to get into too much coding. For this today's session, I'm telling you, there are a lot of roles that you will never even touch Python. You will never even touch these things. You can do a lot of things by just understanding how to these processes. And you can always use it for your work effectiveness, productivity, and all those things, but you don't need to be to work as a hardcore product developer that is there. There are a lot of side roles that will complement, but you need to know these things to interact with the business and with the developers. And also you can help in building small POCs and showing the features that are there. And in LinkedIn, there was a report in the late 2024 that 85% of increase is there in AI related job postings. So the keywords like data, AI, data science, ML. So they did a contrast from this last year, from 2024. They saw in the end of 2024 and the starting of 2025, there was an 85% increase. Suppose there were 100 job postings before, now there are 185 job postings that are related to the AI keyword. When I say AI keyword, it can be responsible AI, AI strategy, it can be data science, prompt engineers, AI engineers, and all those things. And the demand for individuals who can bridge the gap between technical team and business need is surging. There are a lot of people I'm talking to in companies in the UAE, they don't understand anything about AI. They have a lot of misconception. Why the misconception? The, because of the social media. Because of the social media, there is a lot of misconception. A lot of business leaders are learning about AI from social media influencers who don't know anything about AI. They just read it. They just read something and then they just talk about it. So there's a big demand for these type of middle management who understands AI and who can bridge the gap between the technical teams who are actually doing all the deployment and all the things that are there and the business needs that are there, the actual ROI and the top line and the bottom line that is there. And there is, in the last point before I open up the floor for question and try to wind up today, is in 2024, there were lot of demand about generative AI. And there is something that I don't know recently if someone of you can put on the post, as someone told that most of the big companies will not start using generative AI right now, uh, because they are still focusing on their main capability, that is how they can use the data and how they can use it for their more of their prescriptive analytics and the descriptive analytics. But I see that there is a lot of increase in generative AI specifically as well, but uh, it is taking time. Companies like Unilever and these big companies are little bit careful. BMW, one case study was there with Accenture, where they used it for one particular division. The mass adoption is not happening as of now of these new technologies in big companies. They are taking it very slow. And also one thing that I forgot to mention to all of you, that whatever we are doing right now in AI, please read about EU AI Act, the European Union AI Act, that is going to enforce in the next couple of years, because that is going to change a lot of things. Uh, what is happening right now, most of you in this call are senior, you might have heard about something called as the GDPR. GDPR changed a lot of things of how the data governance and everything works. EU AI Act, if you have a good understanding, read about it. That is going to change. That is the reason why companies are still little bit slow in adapting because of this. People are playing OpenAI, DeepSeek, Microsoft. These companies are just playing with AI technologies, adding it in their product. But enterprises are being little bit careful right now to use these technologies. They are testing the waters, and but slowly as EU Act becomes more clearer about how these models can be used in these how can we use right now there is a lot of questions. Most of these large language models, if you see the testament or in the US court by Mark, when they're asking which data are you using for training these models, they are saying that we are using public available data. They are not even telling whose data that you are using. This is something that is very, very important that I want to tell all of you, that is it really ethical to use someone else's data? Like LinkedIn, if you might have heard about LinkedIn itself, LinkedIn is using our post that we are writing, our post that we are taking time to write, to train their AI models. Is it good? Is it not good? They have a setting right now. By default, the setting is on. By default, the setting is on, telling that you can use our data for training. That is something wrong. You should, the default setting should be no. But this is how these platforms are working. They are using all our data for training these AI models. Is it ethical, not ethical? It is something that the governance and should adopt. But it is going to be clearer when EU Act is evolved. You have to take permission from every user before your data is being used to train the models and to train the generative AI models. Because without that, these models are useless and you cannot take it any further. So these are something that all of you should be aware of and learn about it. But today's session, again, I got carried away, but these are some facts that every one of you should know. And understanding about AI is not only for coders. My main message before I try to wind up this slide and take some questions and try to is uh, have a good understanding about AI. And that is the reason why we do AI residency, which is a very elaborate program of 4 months, which is very good, where people have time. Even doctors have gone through the cohort. We just started our last cohort, this fourth cohort in the month yesterday. We started it yesterday, 25th of January. This is the fourth cohort that we are doing. We have 10 people who are learning an end to end, very much detailed, like from print hello world to deploying large language models and doing everything and understanding everything hands-on. There is guidance, there is code, there is master classes, there is recordings, there is workshops, everything is there. But this is very important for them to understand when to use retrieval augmented generation and when to use fine tuning. But there was a big demand from the community that I don't have 4 months. Every one of you are busy. They don't have 4 months there. So that is the reason why we started something called as an AI executives. And AI, and today's session also, I just wanted to tell about this initiative. Let me just share my screen and then I will show you about this initiative that I have shared. And today, I want to talk to everyone here. If you are a coder, if you are not a coder, don't worry about it. Though you need to know about AI because AI is impacting every function of a business. This is the message that I give everyone because everyone is talking about it. It is changing the way we work. It is changing the way business is thinking. And not only at technology level, but at employee level as well. Because every employee is using this technology knowingly, unknowingly, they are using it. And this the way we are working, the way we are coding, the way we are communicating, everyone is using this technology that is there. So that is the reason why you should have an idea for this. So AI executives that I is there, just confirm in the LinkedIn and YouTube if you can see my screen of AI executives, and then I will talk about this program that is that, and then I will take and I will keep looking at the comments on YouTube as well as LinkedIn if there is any Q&A that is there. So yeah, now I can see, I think all of you can see my screen. Just I will confirm for a minute. Okay, so in AI for executives, this is like a very 6 weeks packed program with 8 master classes, wherein we go through all these things in details, like starting from Gen AI foundations. I have created a you can say a cheat sheet of 114 terminologies that every one of you should know, starting from LLM, AI agent, proper terminology, not the ones that are there from social media influencers, the proper terminology that you talk with business. And this is available for our cohorts, strategic AI fundamentals, data-driven insights. So this is very, very important, right? Now, everyone does not need to know Python or SQL to make data-driven insights from their company's Excel sheet or their company's data. You can use these AI tools to do that in a very fast way. So your dependence on the data team to give you reports, to give you all these things reduces a lot. How you can, I talk about POC, but how you can take a POC and put it in the enterprise is something that we discuss in the implementation framework. AI ethics and governance, this is the responsible AI part that I talked about very much. Talking about that, how you can do this. If you all know in your company, there is a cyber security awareness sessions that keep happening. Similarly, in the near future, already companies like Accenture are doing it. They are doing this responsible AI trainings in the company where they say people about using ChatGPT for work. So every company is telling not to use ChatGPT for work because you are, if you give ChatGPT your private data, like your company confidential data, that is going to the server and the chances of it to get leaked is there. If you all know about the Samsung case that happened, Samsung employees put their confidential code on the platform and you saw what happened. So these are something that is how to design these type of programs, how to communicate this with the stakeholders, and everything is very important. Automation. So someone was asking about AI agents. There are repetitive tasks in your company that if you all know about RPA that has been there for the last 10 years, 10, 15 years, you generative AI is going to accelerate RPA and automation. So I say AI automation, AI agent is just one level above AI automation that is happening, nothing more than that. All of the most of the companies, there are routine tasks that are there. How you can identify which is the task that has the lowest investment and the highest return, Identify that, build the POC, start implementing it, building your own AI roadmap. This is something that I tell everyone for your company, how you can build an AI road, because AI has to be integrated with your company strategy. It is not something alone. So these are something that we are covering. You have a look at this. I will share this link on the chat. Share it, have a look at it in details. If this is something interesting, and this is, uh, I tell everyone, AI residents who are part of our community, anyone who is wanting to understand AI, understand getting the proper 360-degree view, this program is for you. And the best thing is this is also collaborated. We have guest lectures from some of our mentors. We have not only me, we have other mentors who are also there to help you, to guide you. And one very good news is uh, about this one. Uh, our MOU with the American University of Emirates, and this program is also going to be under their guidance. So everyone who does this program, AI for Executives 6 weeks program, will also get a certification of completion from American University of Emirates. And this is something that is there. So this particular cohort that we have designed, because AI residency cohort just started yesterday and the admissions were closed and everything completed. And today, already the admissions have started for this program. The cohort is going to start on 15th February. This is the tentative date. Depending upon we are going to start the interviews, and we are going to start opening filling these seats. And the maximum people that we take is 10 people, and at least uh, they should add value to the program as well, and they should go through uh, there is a selection process where we interview everyone, and we see that talk to them and understand whether they are uh, fit for this program. And because this is also is part of the American University of Emirates program where they'll receive the certification that is there. So these are some things that I have designed, and I feel that it is a need of the hour. Big companies, people who are already in big companies, and this is a sad reality, that you have to invest in your own learning, because this is the reality. Upskilling, the best investment nowadays is in investing in your own knowledge. This is what I tell everyone that is there, because these skills, colleges don't have this program. That is the reason why American University of the Emirates, they collaborated, because what I am teaching is, I'm doing a lot of research, that whatever I'm telling you is coming from real experience, converting that real experience to knowledge bites, cherry picking the most important things that all of you should know. Most of the content, and there were a lot of comments that, why do I need to join this program? I will get everything on YouTube, on social media. Best of luck with that. You can get the knowledge from anywhere, but you are getting a mentor and a person who's structuring everything for you and putting everything for you in a LMS platform that you go through, with assignments, with quizzes, with assessments. And once you do this program, you will at least understand and have a overall picture. So what happens after this? This is a 6 weeks program. You can start implementing this knowledge in your company immediately. And if really wanting to get a little bit deeper about how we can use more of AI, learn more of AI, do more of hands-on stuff by myself, then you can always think about AI residency, wherein you do that. And AI residency is something, it's a longer commitment. But before doing that commitment, this commitment is very good. And I recommend people who are 5 years and above, people who are on career breaks, people who want to shift their career. This program is a very good start, because this will give you a very good feel about AI in a proper 360-degree manner. And then you will understand that is this for you? Do you really want to dig deeper? Do you want to go into technical roles or the non-technical roles? And today I told you a lot of today's session was more about the non-technical roles that I showed all of you. I showed all of you today the non-technical roles that are there. And let me just share the screen. And now I will open up the floor for any questions that are there. So Talha is telling, but yes, so I am intermediate in coding and automation. So that is very good. So people who are uh, uh, okay with coding and automation is a very good skill to have. And also the skill to understand whatever I mentioned, right? The whole 360-degree ecosystem that is there is something very important. That is the reason why these type of programs like AI residency, AI executives are very important for people who are serious to make a career move, people who are serious and they want to do something. This is that what I suggest. I'm not telling you to join decoding data science. Everyone, Talha, everyone who is here in this call, I'm not talking about decoding data anywhere you want to go, you can do that. The problem with big colleges, like if you want to go to big colleges, they don't teach you the new generative AI stuffs. It may be important because what is happening that generative AI and AI agents is changing a lot of things at the foundation level as well. And uh, this is right now missing. And I always tell in the last session that you all know about the Gartner's hype cycle. Right now, you have all of you in this call have 2 years, 2 years to learn about generative AI and become the first mover advantage, because after 2 years, it is going to be the same case that has happened to data scientists and data analysts right now. Go to the industry and see there how many data scientists are there that are passing out from colleges that are there in the market. I'm not talking about the quality, but I'm talking about the quantity. So when there are thousands of data scientists in the market, competing for entry level jobs becomes very, very tough. Leave the experienced people. The experienced people that is there, and if you want to get into these type of roles, right now is the right time to invest in learning, because after 2 years there will be a lot of colleges teaching you these skills. And I'm telling you, generative AI now, right now, in all the colleges that I'm seeing in this region and as well as in India, they have an AI branch that is teaching machine learning and deep learning. And I was just discussing with few leaders. These colleges spend a lot of time in teaching you how deep learning works, how large language model works. It is good, but businesses don't care about how it works. I'm telling you the reality. They care about how you can use it for the business. And the problem is a lot of us spend much time in understanding about these in details, the mathematics behind it. It's very good, and I respect everyone doing that. I have done it myself, and I'm not discouraging any one of you to build your own large language model. But is that how many people are actually doing it? How many companies require you to build your large language model? Only 1 to 2% of the companies do that, because no one is going to build their large language model. Research, government, PhD, all that is fine, but 90% of the companies, they want people who can actually implement. So become that implementer. That is, become the builder. This is what we are trying to tell everyone. Academics is good. I have all the academy. I will tell you in our AI guild community. So Surinder and everyone who is there in our AI guild community, and we have access. We have deep learning. We have neural networks. We have all those things that are there for a small fee. You can get access to the theory part, but that will not help you. It may help you to clear the interview, but after that, what? So please try to understand the bigger picture. Thank you everyone for joining the call. And there are lot of questions on YouTube and on LinkedIn. I will make sure that I answer these questions with all of you. And I will put the link on LinkedIn as well. You can go to decodingdatascience.com, every one of you. If you are not part of the community, please join the community. Every Sunday we have career talk. Every Saturday we have our online community meetup. In UAE, we have our physical meetup. We have our coffee catch up, and we have a one community meetup in Abu Dhabi every quarter. So please join our community initiatives. Lot of things that we do challenges, we do hackathons, we run programs, we have a vibrant community of 150,000 people. All of you listening, decodingdatascience.com. And thank you, Khalid, Talha, Surender, Sudha, everyone, to give your suggestions and give your feedbacks. See you in the next community event. Have a great day, everyone.